We have to get out of here.
Restricted area. 39.
Good for him. Bad business insights. Well, for now.
Marie's going to the surface. The outside world. Let's find a way to get up there.
Cooper here. That was quite a hairbreadth escape. I think it's fair to say the girl is on Derringer's radar now. To reach the surface, she'll need to use the service elevator. To use the service elevator, she'll need a keycard. I suggest she borrow one from one of the clueless desk jockeys downstairs. Setting a destination marker for the media offices. Good luck.
Marie used a blue keycard to board that service elevator. If I'm to get to the surface tonight, I'll need to find a keycard like hers.
Everything looks good.
Equipping P0. Been bad.
My eyes!
Good idea. We can reach...
Welcome to my domain. Care to purchase Presvax radio communications? Reveal Presvax locations on the map. Free email exchanges. Sorry to see you go.
Can you hack this open? Look, pepper spray.
The arc suits are effective in protecting their wearer against taser strikes, but their Achilles heel is their lack of face protection, which makes them vulnerable to pepper spray. Remember to silence a body scanner before sending the girl through. A simple way to avoid seeing the inside of a confinement cell. Unless that's your thing.
Nothing to report.
I don't think you can see me from there. Equipping P0. Good idea. My battery was running low. Target neutralized. Taser in hand.
Situation is clear. I'm going after the subject.
Also Jim. Pepper spray here. I'll hold on to this. Okay.
Raise the threat level.
It's a good thing I'm not claustrophobic. This must be Terminus. It seems almost alive. This must be what the headmaster's protecting us from. Whatever it is. I don't want to The Morning Bell newspaper. Weep says this is where they print the headmaster's lies. Do you think we'll find a keycard around here?
Fellow citizens, it is morning in Metamorphosis. Bells are sounding, awakening us to a new dawn, a new era. For this reason, we must approach the day with fresh blood, bold thinking, and a return to the unbridled optimism for which we are now famous the world over. Our nation's paper of record, the Evening Standard, served us well in our early years. But lately it cries out for recalibration, rebranding. We have decided on a new name. And with that new name comes a new face. I think you'll agree there is nothing standard about the woman standing next to me. And so without further ado, please welcome our new editor-in-chief of the Morning Bell, the exquisite Matilda Sade.
Thank you, Headmaster. And please, call me Matty.
No more toothless headlines about board meetings and strategy seminars. Find me something that won't put our readers to sleep. Go on, get out there. A good story doesn't just waltz through the office door and into the headlines. Now, I have a tough obit to write tonight, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to crawl inside a bottle for a few hours.
Good idea. We can reach...
Welcome to my domain. Captain, sorry to see you go.
Certain Prizrak in this area of the facility arm themselves with gas grenades. The effect will knock its target unconscious. Sweet dreams.
Pepper spray here. Nothing. They won't find me in here.
Hello, Morning Bell staff. This is Quinn Derringer. Security Mandate 714 requires the installation of a confinement room in your offices. The Prizrak need to expand their footprint in Terminus prior to the arrival. Pardon our progress this week as we take a few measurements and knock down a few walls. Please consider this a friendly merger and not a hostile takeover.
Skulls of the Shogun is a turn-based strategy game starring a dead samurai seeking revenge in the afterlife. The gameplay offers deep strategic choices, writing that is shockingly good, and a cool 32-bit vibe that makes you feel cool. I bet those fat cats over at 17-bit are happy. I have now purchased their game on 4 platforms, not that I'm regretting it.
There are challenges that improve ability, and those that merely prove a person inadequate for the task at hand. By leagues, Ulysses fits the latter category so well, it damn near creates it. It's nonsense, without order. Joyce leaves postmodernism unmuzzled, worse than doggerel.
Target neutralized. That could have been bad.
Sega bomb. Terrorists almost certainly planted explosives inside Metamorphosis. That's a bloody good headline. Too bad we'll never use it. If you tell someone there's a monster under their bed, they'll check for it every night before they fall asleep. But if you tell someone there's a bomb in their wall, they'll rip the whole house apart looking for it. We're not in the business of printing the truth. We're in the business of suppressing a national panic attack. Take these printed copies up to the librarian. Let him line the bottom of his bird cage with them.
What the?
Pris, unhand me. I'll hold on to this. I'll hold on to this. Looting his pockets. His pockets are empty. I'll check his pockets. Nothing of interest. Let's see what he's got. His pockets are empty. screwdriver. This should come in handy.
Apparently, Zager's death video has disappeared. This coming from my source in the Prisrag. More likely, they just didn't care for the ending, so they're doing reshoots. As you know, in this day and age, nothing's ever truly gone. Track down the unedited version. I would love to compare it to Herr Director's cut.
A Zager cassette.
Rubbish! Every last word of it. This isn't how I thought I'd spend the eve of the arrival. Oh, Signor Octavo. I am so sorry. I must come to terms with the fact that I'm at least partially responsible for your death. And now I sit here, adding insult to injury, writing more lies on the wall of your coffin. I'm done. I've ruined enough lives. I refuse to taint their afterlives too.
Hi, you've reached Matty Sade at the Morning Bell. Please leave a message.
Hello?
Your stupid machine is on.
No, I'm stopping it. Hold on. There we go. Mireille, how are you, darling?
You loathsome.
Ah, not well, I guess.
I just spent the last hour getting slapped down by the headmaster because you thought it would be cute to create some pointless controversy around my drinking habits. You stupid, phony...
Phony? Well, if that isn't richer than the royal family. You're the phony, Mireille. You with your bogus name and manufactured accent. I am curious. How exactly did you manage to cultivate such a lovely and exotic French patois growing up in Blacksburg, Virginia? Miss Prideaux? Should I call you
Miss Sade?
If you want me to drop the issue, then you'd better drop the act. Ask me why I haven't shared that with the headmaster. What's the matter, darling? Cat got your tongue?
Another word about this and I swear to God I will end you.
Have I made a compelling argument for metamorphosis?
You've been most illuminating.
And you've been a delight. Thank you for entertaining this nostalgic old fool for an evening, Miss Sade.
Please, call me Matty. And the only fool I see is the shaky-handed barman over there who went stingy on my gin. Time for one more.
I think another time. After this flight, I have 2 more, and then another lengthy voyage beyond that. I trust we'll meet again.
Perchance in metamorphosis.
Good evening.
Wait! You forgot this pendant thingy.
You keep it.
Harold, are you sending me secret messages? Dear Miss Sade, let's not pretend the countdown to this day didn't begin the moment we hired you. As a seasoned newsman, I am disgusted to claim you as a colleague. You lack even a modicum of basic journalistic integrity and your investigative methods are grotesque and unethical. Blah, 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 blah. I have ignored your poorly researched writing for too long. But your article about Treglazov was a new low, even for you. That you would bend truth so plainly in order to defend a man such as him, and to do so without even the slightest regard for the reputation of this August newspaper is beyond the pale. Consider this letter your formal termination. Harold, you coward! You could have talked to me about this man to man! Wanker.
The keycard.
Leaving so soon? You'll need more than that to get out of here. It's all right. They won't come in here. Apparently they're afraid of me. Or what I'll write about them. Would you like a drink? Or would it corrupt your coding? You're a long way from home.
I don't have a home.
Do you have a soul? Do precals have souls? I used to. Until one night, I went to bed with the devil. I woke up regretting it. But I did it again the next night, and the night after that, and every morning I'd look at what I'd written and issue an apology. But that wore me out. Sincerity is exhausting. So I started faking it. As a woman, you learn to fake an apology. As a woman journalist, that's all you end up doing. So what's your story?
I'm escaping.
And good luck with that.
Do I have a chance?
Stupider people than you have gotten further in life with less help. You do have help, right?
No.
I see. Well, I thought I heard you talking to someone earlier. So what's your plan for getting to the surface? Because there's a pair of armoured Prizrak upstairs who like their jobs too much to let some empty-headed twit with a stolen mobile get the better of them. No offence.
None taken.
Well, I know a way to remove them. No blood, no violence. You won't have to get your hands dirty. You know what a news office calls their archives? They call it the morgue. The place where old news goes to die. But sometimes we'll bring a story back to life. Sometimes we'll raise the dead. Are you willing to summon a ghost or two?
Yes.
Then let's see which poor souls we're dealing with tonight. Edwin Chung and David Bowen. There are two data hubs on either side of Terminus, Atlantic and Pacific. Getting to them won't be easy, but you'll manage. Go, now.
I don't understand. What do we do when we get to them?
We?
Me.
Right. Find the Pacific and Atlantic servers. I'll call you when you get there.
Can you hack this open? Heading to the vent. That was unexpected. Can we trust her? I'd like to think so. After all, she let me keep the keycard. Or maybe she just forgot I had it.
Well then, it would seem Miss Sade is stewing in a broth of remorse and hard alcohol tonight. However, she does have a solid plan for dispatching those two Prizrak at the service elevator. I'd advise you and the girl to follow Maddie's lead on this. Drive safely.
The screwdriver broke. A Zager room. Ugh. It really smells in here. I'm surprised the morning bell staff never noticed.
A subject near to Zager's heart. He wrote about this very issue in the Poisoned Manifesto. As with everything, Zager saw it as a government cover-up in need of undressing.
Let's hear what Zager had to say.
You can always find a crime. That's their motto. That's their mantra. They tattoo it to the inside of their eyelids. You can always find a crime, and it's true. You can find almost anything if you look hard enough. But you know, the one thing you'll never find, no matter how long you search for it, is the end of a good conspiracy. Just when you think you caught the beast by the tail, you round a corner and discover it just keeps going. It's never ending. It's all tail. And while you're gunning further and further down the rabbit hole, they're watching you. They're waiting for you to slip up, forget to rewind, run a red light, or play your T-Rex bootleg too loud after 10 p.m., which you only did because your ex-wife won't shut up about you not having a square job like all her friends' husbands with their starch white collars and their paisley ties. Carol! But my point is this. You think you're onto them. They're onto you. You try to track them, follow them, find out their dirty little business. And that's just an open invitation for them to find out yours. So what am I saying? What am I saying? Am I saying you shouldn't pay attention? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, be smart. When you tail a suspect, you don't follow too close. If the winds change, they smell you coming up behind them. I'm telling you, you gotta be smart if you want to unravel a good conspiracy. So rule number 1, don't ask questions. At least not out loud or to anyone that's alive. Rule number 2, pretend you don't give a shit. You see them dump a body in the marsh, act like it's no big thing. And rule number 3, rules 1 and 2. If you don't ask questions, you'll never learn the truth. And if you look the other way when bad happens, then just get away with it. Best thing you can do is to make a scene. Make a mess of things, look like a screw-up. Once they've written you off as a joke, go be smart. You can't break a few eggs without making an omelet. Just don't let them know you learned how to cook. This is Zager, and I'm telling you, don't trust anyone. Not even yourself. Zager here. Now, to all of you budding revolutionaries, I wanted to give a word of advice. The best way to fight fire is with more fire. Why do protests fail? Well, protests fail because the protesters bring knives to a gunfight. Nobody listens to a knife. If you want to get the Prizrak's attention, you need to learn to speak their language. And a charged taser or a full canister of P0 says plenty more than the verse, chorus, verse of Kumbaya. I mean, what are you going to do? Kill them with kindness? Good luck. A revolt should be revolting. Violence is the only language these men speak, and brutality is their only currency. So, pay them back with the business end of a taser. Oh, they'll feel it in the morning. Believe me, I know. I have been tased and pepper sprayed more times than I care to remember. I was at a WTO protest once. I got hit in the eyes with so much capsaicin, it melted my contacts. It hurts. And that's the point. Because it hurts them too. Listen, the uprising begins the moment you are willing to fight fire with fire. This is what you have to do. Destiny's online too, so pick up the phone already. This is Zager telling you not to say peace. Because peace is for chumps. I have a treat for you today, kids. Today, I have got a book review for you. No, it's not the manifesto. It's one of the overseer's earlier efforts. It's a little self-help manual from the late 90s with this rather dubious title. There it is. Defrag Your Mind, the Pursuit of Happiness in a Computer Age. This could be the biggest waste of printed pages ever to burden a bookshelf. I mean, this makes Mein Kampf look like Anne of Green Gables. Now, on page 1, he states, and I'm quoting here, "Disorganization is the single greatest threat to the continued existence of modern society." So, not genocide, not nuclear proliferation, not government oppression, not Wall Street. Clutter! Oh, man. I wish you could see this. This has got to be the ugliest dust jacket photo I've ever seen. Awful tie, worse haircut, nice sweater, jerk. This book starts by reminding us that we're all essentially supercomputers with an emphasis on the word super. It's cute. Next, he explains how we can simplify our lives, be even happier, by cleansing our minds of thoughts that are impure on the level of psychological honesty and filled with resentment and spiritual shallowness. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, this book is all about the whitewashing of the ugly truth and recasting it as beautiful lies. He thinks clutter's the problem. Well, I'd hate for him to see this place. Although, on second thought, maybe I should invite him over sometime for a little glasnost. Blow his mind. Literally. Alright, I gotta go. This is Zager, reminding you, don't trust anybody. Not even me.
Zager kept lists like this one, to determine where citizens in Metamorphosis stood in case a revolution broke out. I guess I should be relieved he put me on the good side. That would be Derringer's personal office chair. When it went missing, Derringer immediately blamed me. I guess we can close the book on that mystery now. However, the mystery of how Xavier got it through the vent remains unsolved.
One of the Prisrex tasers.
I don't know which dodgy back-alley journalism school you purchased your press credentials from, Parker, but you must have caught ill the day they explained how a newspaper layout should look, if they ever explained it at all. This collage you left on my desk looks like it was slapped together by a blind child. You left no room for inserts, adverts, ears, or bleed. You know the problem with you, Parker? You're so caught up with the substance, you forget that above all, it needs to look pretty!
What's yours is mine. Good idea. My battery was getting low.
Welcome to my domain. Care to monitor Prizrak patrol routes. Map all Prizrak's radio communications. Reveal Prizrak locations on the map. Read email exchanges. Come back anytime.
Oh, bugger! Do you hear me? Hello, the both of you. My name is Matty, and I'll be your tour guide tonight. Are you back at the terminus yet? Go ahead and choose one of the two server wings, Atlantic or Pacific. We'll reconvene when you get there.